So, today I'm not feeling super well since I got my first vaccine this morning, but so I'll do one run at least and then I'll see. So, what do we have? Let's see. Okay, this is done already. That's done as well. Still C. Okay, well, an interesting ship. Hmm. Is the last C as well? Yeah, I should get the second one in like a month. Like, I'm fine, I just have some headache. So we'll see. As long as it doesn't get worse, I can play more runs. No Nebula. What's the chance of getting a Nebula Sector 1? It has to be more than 50%. Then again, sometimes it's just one Nebula beacon. Nebula Sector 1 though is pretty good though, usually, with most ships. Anyway, let's see. Oh hey, what a great fucking start. Am I doing this anyway? Doesn't it really start 5-6 hours to shot if it at 3-4 hours? I did it like, I don't know, 5 hours ago, 6 hours ago, I think. Do I want to fight this ship, actually? Even if I get lucky, I need 2 volleys to fully remove Zoltan shields. The stunner can still remove the mini beam, the stunner can stop the shield drone. I'm not sure if I want to fight this ship. Then again, every fight I delay, the more vulnerable I am, especially since I feel like I should go for it and just be, I don't know. Like, even if it goes to shit, we should be able to at least run away. Engine repairing as well, not great. Annoying. Fine. Not great though. I have to do this. So the NG is repairing shields and the Mantis is going for the weapons. Maybe you're stable now. Okay. Yeah, I think taking the fight is just the correct play. Like, it's very hard to die from that ship, and the scrap can help you survive against other ships. Good scrap, but I mean, we need 4 more for the... I could start with the drone buffer instead, but the weapon buffer is just better. Hey, Electric fans. Yeah, we got the Musketeer. We can't really play it for now. I was considering taking him home. Like, if it was guaranteed scrap, I will do it. But I think it's a 50-50 between getting scrap and repairs. And at the moment, repairs are just not as valuable. Otherwise, I will go for scrap. Well, there are the drones. It's an outpost, though. Jesus, please stop it. Okay. We might get bot buffers here. If we get a good outpost. Let's see. That was horrible. What the fuck? 22 for an outpost? My god. Ah, shit. Never mind. Like, I needed 2 more scrap. And it was 8-13. Feels bad. Unless you have the buffer point in weapon for the mini beam. But I think I was too slow. They're not manning weapons. Okay, this is fine. Do this in case to use both drones. Like here. And he missed. Fantastic. I hate the anti-drone, it's so stupid. It was a nice upgrade timing, but then it missed. Let's see here. This can be annoying. Nice evasion. Fantastic. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, I've been taking damage every single fight. The timing was off. I knew it. There's the Mantis repairing there. But yeah, it's not great so far. So much damage. This is even more damage. I also was a bit slow with the depowering and repowering. It shouldn't have mattered because they're not manning their weapons, but... Ooh. Hmm. Even the Ion Blast. That's 1, 2, 3, no forced hazards. Hmm. What are we getting? Shields are rocking. I was in a similar situation. Before. Act plus Ion Blast? Selling what? I don't think I can get that. Scanner plus Antidrone. Ah, seems risky. Selling Shield plus. So you use hacking on weapons instead of going for the... Instead of deploying the shield drone, you just hack weapons. Is that an offensive word? I never heard it before, honestly. I don't know. I feel like I will rather go for shields. Like if we go shields, we can take hazard beacons. Without shields, we can't. So shields can generate more scrap as well. And I mean, we still have two top tier weapons and shields, which means we're mostly fine against anything anyway. And the other good thing about having shields is we can try to go for bio kills if you get shields. That's supposed to be offensive or derogatory. Yeah, I don't know, like, I don't know why sometimes the mod stops stuff, even if it's, well, I don't know. I feel like I want to go shields. So I have to sell both drones for it. Not great to sell both drones, but I don't know, I think I don't mind. Make sure, but I'm pretty sure I have it. Let's be careful in case we find the ship that run away though. And I can double the fleet. That will be horrible. That was so mistimed. A fire. Like, technically, you could even try to attempt a biokill here. If we desync the weapons, we can try. They're not desynced. Wait, I missed double shot, I'm so bad. I didn't know this. Wait, are they actually desynced? Fuck, I'm not entirely sure. Can you get shields back in time? From that? Yes. So the Mantis is full, but it's okay. Fuck, I don't remember. Okay, we know that the Mantis is full. Yeah, I guess with multi-language as well, yeah. That's actually the same for Italian, like... You replace the A with a C and that's actually curve. It was already dying. Okay, let's try to get the Colombe down then. Okay. Annoying, but fine. We can try something different now. I don't know this guy's health. Because it took some damage from the fire. The Mantis is full life though. So we can bring this guy low, then kill the Zoltan. They're dodging so much. This is a good biokill training ship. So one... How many do we need? We need 90 damage, which is 6 volleys. So we need 5 more swipes on this guy. Okay, 4. But yeah, that's why shields was pretty good. Otherwise I can't do this. 3 more. I think the timing was off as well for that. Ooh, the fire fucks everything up though. Now I have no fucking clue. It should be more than 15 though. So I needed 3 swipes. It might be just 1. I think it's low enough now. And it dies with the next one. I think. So I shall go for the Zoltan. Do we pre-commit? No, let's not. Oh, it was not enough, okay. I'll die now. Well, assuming I hit. Usually local prices from my area, so now my subs are cheaper. How does that work? Wait, what the fuck? I guess it didn't take any damage with the original fire. Okay, now it's dead. Okay. Easy. Pretty good. Yeah, this is one of those runs where, like, if you don't buy shields there and you buy something else, the run could have changed completely. Interesting. Actually, never mind. This reward was not from the biokill, it was the second reward, right? So it doesn't matter. Never mind. Doesn't matter that much. Do I go for weapons up before shields 4? I mean, shields 2. Because shields 2 could mean more biokills. And I mean, I'm not waiting for the chain laser for the first volley anyway, it's too slow. And the second volley shouldn't matter that much. Yeah, probably I'm going for shields. And in that case, we can start with the shield buffer. You go back indoors. I was almost fully trained though. Maybe I could have waited a bit longer. Whatever, it's fine. Fire kills is just more important than the training. Annoying. Bad timing. Never punished. $7.5 to $6.5 USD. Was very expensive. Okay, if I have to be honest, I have no idea how expensive it is here. Jesus Christ, okay. That's very expensive though. Lot of red. Abandon is fine though. Nah, this is actually fine. Potential green here. It's double red here maybe, unless we go here. We should be okay. How much do I value distress beacons in this sector? Not much, but we have NG, Colombe, and Rock, so I'm going there anyway. I expect the cost to be universal and only very... No, it wasn't even before, but now I think it's... They made other adjustments. Well, we're not bio-killing this, unfortunately. I don't know if it worked. I mean, it worked, but I don't know if that was the reason. Ah, you're trained anyway. Use bad. You should have a... Actually, no, let's wait with the scrap. Well, we are bio-killing them here. Did you lower one shield, one level to power engines? No, essentially my shields were gone for that VOD. Like, I removed power from my shields. As soon as I lost the shield bubble, because at that point I had no 2 shields for the flak anyway, so I powered my... I used the shield power from engines as soon as I lost the shield bubble, essentially. I don't know if I counted the misplay of missing the BIOS wipe. Yeah, the power switching like that works way more effectively if you play with pause, but in a situation like that I think you can do it pretty reliably even on a pause, so no reason not to do it. When I get subs, is their own cost multiplied by amount or a sum of cost of which is recipient? I don't know about that. I would assume it depends on whoever is gifting the subs, but I have no clue. One down. Everyone is fully trained, right? Double check. So the next level will be to donate the money to someone else, and then make that person donate because it's cheaper there, right? Easy. I was just thinking that. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take into account of all what you're losing with the transactions, but yeah. I think that was too late. I missed BIOS wiping though. It's so nice. Hey, Flower. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. It's a forest path though, and I might miss stores. I don't really need stores, but hacking will be nice. I think getting shield was the right call. Yes, I mean one of the main reasons why I wanted shields was for bio kills. Does she make get the same amount for all subs no matter what? No, I'm pretty sure they changed that so you get like it's based on the amount they're paying. I'm pretty sure at least. Honestly, I don't know, but I think it works like that. Yeah, I mean it makes sense obviously. But I could with the weapon Zack as well. I mean in certain fights for sure, but definitely not as reliably. I could try to be greedy here. I don't know if I want to though. I guess the heavy laser. I don't know. Seems very greedy. Prefer next system. Always hacking. Yeah, I don't know if I want to be greedy here. Like it's doable, but 'I should probably charge the FTL just in case. Actually, the drone might come back soon. How grid is this from 1 to 10? Eight out of 10. I mean, okay. That was bad. That's a fire though. So the fire is bad. It's good. The fucking up the bias wife wasn't. Okay, the guy's gone. Really? Couldn't deal with the fire? Now definitely I can fuck up more bias wipes. I don't know how that worked. Easy. I mean, sure. Not even close. I mean, fully shield trained, fully vision trained. Like, it can still happen, but it was mostly safe. And if something goes wrong, we have the hull repair to stabilize a bit. I mean, I'm selling the hull repair for hacking though. I'll risk. It might be an empty beacon. Okay. Level 2. Nice. I mean, sure. So now we don't have to sell anything for hacking. Ah, come on. Even has 4 fucking things and no systems. So defense drone is essentially 6 drone parts. And 6 drone parts are on average 24 hull repair. Yeah, we can just keep the hull repair and not buy the defense drone. Keep the scrap. Do you keep the hull repair? I either switch the hull repair for the defense drone, or I just keep the hull repair. I think I might as well keep the hull repair. Right now though, repairing here it's cheaper, so we do this. Should have checked. Like, I kept 80 anyway, but I should have checked before even repairing. Ah, too bad. Then we do this. So many fights, but we can take them all. You know what? I start training this guy. I waited so long for absolutely no reason. But this guy took 30. Yeah, we're getting lucky with the enemy ships. I mean, I feel like 50-50. Like 50% of the ships should be just free in sector 1 and 2 once you get to shields. So I took 60. We can have 2 more swipes. Then we will start working on this guy. Training the slugs, so we are getting ready to replace the human. Okay, it should be a 10. Yeah, depending on the ship. Like, against one shield, we're probably just firing. Against a shield, we wait. We need 5 more on this guy. Or... two more. Not bad. Okay. How do buyer's wipe works? Essentially, you start swiping when the shields are still up, and they reach the crew member when it's down. Okay, perfect. Here's the followers worthy. They should be, unless I misplaced and I didn't notice, both of them should be. Yeah, never mind. This guy I had more. It's okay though. It's actually better considering this was eye level. I could have tried to bias wipe the guy, but at this point it's just this is fine. Okay, I was correct on this guy. It was only the other one. Nice. Yeah, because essentially the room is taking the damage when it can't, since shields are still up. So it can take damage twice, even if technically never did. But the crew member take damage when you reach the tile. That's why it works this way. Like, it's technically cheesy. But I don't know, when it's a cool thing, I don't mind. For me, it's similar to the Akin trick. It's technically cheesy. But I feel like it's still a good thing for the game, and in a way still interesting. This ship instead, it's cheesy and it's not interesting at all. Okay. I should just fire. Well, whatever. It's okay. 2 damage. Reasonable. Can we... No, we can't. I mean, it was very unlikely anyway. It feels so bad to leave, to go. Look at this, 6 fights. Feels bad. So Rebel or Zoltan? Or Rebel. Random Fed A followed by Fed B, but scores over 6,500. Before that was NGC with 46. Oh, yeah, Sector 1, it was fine, but we took damage almost every fight. And then we had an interesting story in Sector 1. Sector 1 had Hacking, Shields, Ion Blast. So the options were just Hacking, shields selling bot drones, or hacking Ion Blast selling the shield drone. I went for the shields. I think we'll score AK on the Fed we run for Steve sectors. If they have nebulas and you have scanners, probably yes. Like, I got a 73300 having a Mantis and 2 NG sectors. So yeah, if you get the good layout, you should be able to. Obviously, it was Stealth A, so you start with scanners. Pulsar. I have fast weapons. No hacking though. I'm not sure. I had to wait for the chain laser. I misclicked and I never... Oh my god. That was so bad. Can we do this? I can try. Get punished ever? I mean, I got punished many times. Like, the punish is where it was taking 2 damage. It's not like, oh, you die if I do that. Like, we'll still be fine. Let's still try. You have to repair 3 times. Sure. It's a rock though. And their autopilot is very annoying. Also, they put the thing online. This is not worth it. It's so unlikely. Yeah, I'm killing them. Yeah, I'm skipping the pulsar. Buying 1 power bar. Maybe 2. You know what? I'm buying 2 power bars. So I can have all the engines up all the time. Don't be bad, please. That's fine. So if that's a small bomb, it's going before my chain laser, unfortunately, but I have to wait. Okay. Went well. Get more scrap before the store. We can sell the whole repair, obviously, for hacking. If needed. I don't want to, though. If I can avoid it, I'd rather keep it. Just keep evasion up. Fuck oxygen. Okay, weapons up. Nice. We're rolling all ships with 2 shields, unfortunately. Nice. Go here. Okay, we cannot take damage. I kinda want to train this guy in engines. For the easy fights, we can do it. More auto ships. Rebel sector, normal. Feels bad. I could sell the scanner instead of the hull repair. But I mean... Well, that solves it. Still repairing the store now that it's to scrap. One, two, three, four. Like even without cheesing with the drone recovery arm, the whole repair is nice for emergencies. Could have done this. We have so many blue options. Sure. Maybe better to use the drone power you're not using for repair instead of scrap. You might want. I mean, this is emergencies, and from sector 4 onward, the repairs are 3 scrap, and then in the late game there will be 4 scrap. So we want to get advantage of the repairs now that they're cheap, and from next sector it's just more profitable to use the whole repair drone. And I mean, between repairing with this and getting hacking, these drone parts will go down pretty quickly. Annoying, but fine. My evasion training is paying off so much this round though. I dodged so many shots. Like it's 35%, but yeah. Like I think I should have taken probably 6 more damage. Most likely Artemis. Yep. I don't know, I dodged so many missiles. It's kind of ridiculous. We could have added a defense drone selling the whole repair as well. But I figured it will just be better keeping the whole repair and just repair. Also, why buy a defense drone when you can just dodge the missiles? I think I made a mistake. I should have considered this a bit more. Like, we really want hacking and rockets to stores. I think I made a mistake. Why the fuck am I not going rock? Because of missiles? I mean, I don't care. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I should have went rock. A mistake anyway, just for not considering it. Oh, it's a pulsar. No, I'm not going pulsar sector 4 without hacking. Fuck that. Kinda sucks because I wanted a distress beacon, but not going there. Yeah, 3 shields, bad weapons. Actually, you stay here. Technically, would have been better if he survived. Like, it's because usually you want to... Like, pirate is not as bad as rock. But in this specific spot, I think rock would have been better. Next sector is the same, so that was not even a consideration. We should still be able to find the single store here with this layout. Even clocking will be fine. Obviously, hacking is better. Offensive drones. Okay, it's not combat drones. I can still take damage, obviously, but it's not as bad. Start powering up engines. In case I have to run away for some reason. I shouldn't, but you never know. Let's see if there is a store over there. No store. I'm looking for a store, so I don't care. This is more vision. Annoying, but fine. I mean, it's annoying if it's weapons, otherwise it's fine. That's fine. There's a fire over there. Ooh, that's Zoltan. And his engine is low as fuck, he cannot... No, it's just giving priority to shields. What the fuck? He can't. That was late. I mean, we were trying for BIOS wipes. That was off as well. I mean, if the fire doesn't spread here or here, we're fine. $37 plus 17, still no store. I can go here, and if it's the store, we can do 1, 2, 3. Ah, fuck, I feel like I should get shields, but I'll be greedy just because of this thing. Jesus Christ. That's way worse than the previous Zoltan ship. Nice shield timing. The training is helping me so much this run. Well, sort of. That timing was pretty bad though, they hit with everything. Fine. Did I get the 5 repairs with the whole repair? I think I got a lot. Did we got the full repair? Ooh. We're going now. I just want hacking or clocking. For a faster weapon than the chain laser. Really? Combat drone and defense drone are interesting, but I mean, even in the anti-drone, it's kind of interesting. Let's see, there is a store. No. So as unlikely as it is, there could be one here or down here. It's unlikely though. I mean, it's a 50-50. Unlikely, but not super unlikely. Like, I don't know. The combat drone is kind of problematic because, like, if I start using that thing every fight, we run out of drone parts very quickly, and it's probably just better to just accept the damage and use the whole repair afterwards. Same thing with the defense drone. The defense drone though, so as long as we repair the damage, the whole repair is just better than using the defense drone. But like against the big missiles, like for example a breach, if we cannot remove the breach in time and it lands into shields, that's way more dangerous. It's unlikely. Yes, because this is a pirate sector. There is only one guaranteed store, which is this one. And then in the entire sector it's only a 50-50 to get a second one. And we have 4 beacons left. It is very unlikely. Like considering, I think there are around 20 plus beacons per sector, probably even more. So at this point it's like, what? A 25% chance to get a store there, which I mean 25% is decent. I'm thinking of going here and then backtracking in the store just to make sure that this is not a store. Because if it's a store, we have a very bad pathing, but we are happy because we got the store anyway, so who cares? And if it's not, well, we'll backtracking only once and so whatever. We haven't seen second. There might not be a second store at all. That's the problem. Like this could be the only store in this sector. Okay, I'm going here. Checking if this is a store, then I'm going back here and probably buying something. %. We have 4 beacons. I don't know what's the average amount of beacons in the sector. Okay, just 1 damage. That was a good swipe. Like assuming 20 should be 25%. If it's 25, I don't know. Around 15 something. One, two, three, four. It is technically biokillable, but firebomb. Fire. He will go here though. Actually, will go here. Because of this. There's something I'm missing. Maybe beacons seen, beacons in sector. I don't know. Like, we only know that there are about 20 beacons per sector, and that in this sector there is only 1 guaranteed store, so the second one might not even be here. It's not 50-50 for what, the second store? Don't destroy the system, please. What am I getting? I don't like Mantis when I don't have mind control. I'm going for the second Angie. So many Zoltan ships. Not the rounds though, it's just the ions. I mean, obviously, they can easily fully ion my shields, but... maybe the hacking Sector 1 was the correct choice all along, despite all the bio kills we got. Going for shields. They have a med. You know what? I'm not even bothering on this one. Are we going to see the chance to increase which beacon spotted? Considering it might not be there at all, I don't think so. If it was guaranteed second store, technically. Well, no store anyway. Thank you so much for the prime sub, Gabriel. I really appreciate it. 10 months already. Thank you. This one is pretty bad. This is the 4th Zoltan ship, you know, stupid. I should technically skip it and just avoid the fight. We could try to snipe the Rocking with a defense drone. But then he might hack at the wrong moment and remove our evasion completely, for example, during their volley. If it hacks immediately, shouldn't be a big deal. I have my whole repair. Like, I feel like I should skip this, but I think I can do it. Yeah, that was the... But we should get it back before they fire. That's why I didn't want to... Of course it... Whatever. Can you fuck off though? Are you serious? I have no words. Where is my evasion as well? Like, I dodged everything so far, and then in this stupid fight they have billions of evasion and I missed everything. This is why technically I should have skipped the fight. And I did it only because I have my whole repair. But Jesus Christ. Fuck you, you're dying here. So ridiculous. I mean, I can't even help. Nah, this is ridiculous. I even misclicked that. Fuck me, I'm so annoyed. This fight was so stupid. Definitely not worth it. Okay, civilian is nice at least. Come on again. Definitely buying the sensor, and I think I buy the preemptive Albert. Since we have a lot of scrap. Or I go boarding. Yeah, I'm keeping my scrap. Can I even deal damage? I mean, I can. We can buy swipe, actually, here. Just repair shields. This will take so fucking long, though. Come on. I'm not even fixing sensors here. This is fine. Easy fire. Okay, they're out of bombs. Training repairs, I guess. Can train this guy as well now. I'm trying to bias wipe intentionally. But even just bias wiping, it's difficult. They will run out of drone parts eventually. This guy is already low. Well, it's okay. When I said I like BIOS wiping, I meant in the early game. Yeah, because having to remove 3 shields. Okay, another one. Unless we don't have to play Minesweaver. If we destroy the defense too, they don't have more drone parts. But technically it's better if they keep the defense 2 up if you want to BIOS wipe. Maybe this fight will be so long that they will run out of power and so out of oxygen. Anyway, right? Easy. One down. 3 more to go. I mean, 2 of them are very low. At least 1. Can someone explain what he's doing? I'm killing humans. Look, 1 is dead. Now we're killing the others. I'm firing the mini beam when they have shields still up, so the ship doesn't take damage, but it's reaching the human when shields are down, so the crew takes the damage. Nice, so we can keep this guy here. Yeah, also getting the timing right with 3 shields and a defense too is a bit problematic. It will be way faster if it wasn't, like, usually this is way faster in the early game when they have only 1 or 2 shields. Much bigger is the reward with killing crew. The average amount of scrap is, I think, 5%. But you have a chance of getting crew and weapons, so that's the most important part. You're not really doing this for the scrap. Drones on a new ship, yeah. Now we got a fire, nice. So if he's the only one going here, it means those 2 are already very low. I can train shields with someone else, why not? Maybe we should let him repair actually, so someone else will go there as well. Actually, it doesn't matter. Commands for commonly used techniques for short explanations. I guess I can. Weapons with a slug. It delays the bio kill though. At least like evasion and shields doesn't matter. If I switch this guy, it makes this even longer. Come on, they're almost dead. Hey, Bigsmere. He's getting closer and closer to the airlock, are you sure? Gonna forget? I'll never forget. I think it was too late. Okay though. Well, Master is. He doesn't deserve them. Let's go for this guy. Doesn't really matter. Oh my god, this is so fucking long. Imagine having hacking instead. Like, even if I wanted to kill them normally, this fight would be so stupid. And they might run away, by the way. He missed. Another one down, though. 5 out of 5 was so much easier. I mean, it was against one shield. Okay, another one down. One or two swipes and it should be over. I guess one more. Okay, they don't have other drone parts. That thing is not coming back. Hey, Visurger. You can even just go for the actual kill. There we go, easy. Easiest bio kill ever. If I go here, I might miss a store. So I'm skipping that beacon. All damage against the render offer. It's probably more likely that I will trigger their FTL and they'll run away because I missed everything. Nice systems. Fantastic. So many stores without systems. Like, we got many stores with no systems, and then 2 with no hacking or clocking. Despite having a battery and stuff. I was missing sensors, sure. So there could be another up there. I'm going here. Cell chain for charge. The chain laser is better at this point. Like, I have to fire so many volleys that this thing will be fully charged. Do you guys know what this is? Exactly. I get to since the first round with good stuff in my experience. Just because you're wasting a drone part and so they go for the blind spot. Yeah. Fantastic. Amazing. That was so low, slow. Just don't go for the blind spots and then we're fine. Hey, Guzman. This is the low on health guy, right? I should use the chain laser. The charge laser sucks for this. Come on, defense drone, I believe. Is this biokill worth it? 80 damage already because of the blind spots. Wait, there are a lot of missiles? Already? The fuck? I mean, they dealt 8 damage. Loading now, so he gets his training back. By the time we finish this. Another fire. Waiting for the battle to end, the power shields. Was the timing for that? Pretty sure it wasn't. Okay, no store there. But yeah, this game sucks when you don't get hacking. Maybe I should have bought the Flak 2s. I had 2 stores with Flak 2s. I could be playing a Flak 2 Albert now. Flak 2 is so slow. I mean, dealing damage with these weapons without hacking, it's way slower. But we get nice bio kills at least. I'm killing them here. There is a chance for a 3rd store up there. Maybe we get it. We already know. Actually, we don't know. I'm going here. No, I'm going here. So 50-50. Power is bad though. Actually, I'm going here first. I had to upgrade before going there. I need more power bars. Okay, there is a store. Let's see. Another store with no systems? Okay, thank god. Another bypass. This is cheaper on average. Nice. We roll a 5. Power bars 13. I can push to 15. And now let's see if we get this 50-50. Now we roll the rebels. Okay. Hack their weapons, vent there, come here. Okay, you reached in time. One, two, three. Okay, that works. Never forget. You mean the Bigsmere? I remember, I just didn't want to do it. Now I remembered, and I'm doing it. There we go. I'm so stupid, I thought that was inside. Well, I guess we dive. Easy. He says it's rounded down. For what? And just 4 should be enough. The score. Again. Round 2. Should I get engines up for the dive? It's a nebula dive. No, I think we're fine. But I want oxygen because I might power oxygen. Why do I have an additional power bar? Oh, I upgraded for the Ion Storm, right? Well... Don't force me to use the defense rune. Easy civilian. So we want clocking, that's it. Weapons are fine, everything else is fine, just clocking. It should be okay. The scout are just to have the stores though. But I need scrap. I have to keep to fight them. Fuck off. There we go. So Iron Storm, that could be the rock shape. Let's repair. Can we get another 5? 4 is good. Again, I might take damage anyway, but I believe. Okay. $15. So that's the fight or borders or piloting event. 2 of them are good, the other is risky, okay. The fuck? Pick of Yak. I'm fine. I think the adage is receding as well a bit, so for now I'm fine. Assuming nothing changes, I can definitely go for another run after this one. Many borders. Okay, here is free stuff or rebel fight. Rebel fight. They're not hacking. Okay. Then we don't hack as well. I like this trade. They don't hack, I don't hack. They die, I don't die. That's the better trade. Well, it was insane. Legend and Hearthstone was used there a lot. Um, I don't think it originates from Hearthstone. It should just be from Warcraft. But then it got used there a lot. Not sure. Oh hey. Or okay, another 4, sure. So at this point it's just upgrades. Nope. Guess Bengalas was a pretty good deal. I guess. I don't have to. So we got the borders, so it's the fight or the piloting event. Let's see. Bigsmere is gone. It's always Bigsmere. And it always comes back. I should've knocked here. The timing of them boarding there was not great. Just like my timing wasn't great. One, two, three. Yeah, you can never remove all the big smears. Hey, Trelloc. This entire sector is just fucking borders. Not going for doors. Look at this. Buy 6 fuel, Uncharted. I mean, it's fine. We don't need much. With weapons 5, we can get the good blue options in the Nebula. But it's fine. I'm not upgrading just for those blue options. Just clock everything. I thought that was my Akin drone. Don't board the garbage spot, please. That kinda is a garbage spot. Come on, Aking. Too many boarding ships. Or boarding events in general. And my ship should have billions of corpses this run. I mean, I guess they can ban them after killing them. Wait for the rocking. Okay. It's good enough. Did he miss both shots? We don't need anything. Just follow the fights. Never rocks. Block it out. Bad timing. I mean, no. I can go for clocking already. So doors, piloting, oxygen, and then it's mostly it. okay, yes, and then the layout annoys me. It's annoying when they board the like oxygen doors. But it's mostly because the rocks are slow. Otherwise, I don't think the layout is particularly bad. Like, you can vent pretty easily almost anywhere. It's just that you have the rocks. And they, well... they're slow. No one repairing that for now. The Angie wants to, but it will die. Oxygen next. This is a pre-igniter. That's the second scanner from this event as well. Which, I mean, it's a lot of scrap. And I wish I had a combat drone now. It's a burst one, right? Fuck. I don't even know why I did it. It's a basic laser. Let's be heroes. Okay, we leave it. Fine. Almost fucked up. Rainbow Ratter for win streaks. No pause is 92 and the with pause it's over 112. Maybe 114 now, I'm not sure. Pretty sure it's still going. Annoying. I have to use this. Timing was way off. How much easier is with pause? Like, it's hard to say because it's in most spots it doesn't matter, but there are some situations where it does matter. So on average, I don't know. Like, it's one of those things that I will say that with pause you can have a 98% win rate, and the no pause you can have a 95. So I will say that's the difference, but again, that's just assuming things because I don't know. The problem is You mostly have people that play entirely with pause, or people that play entirely no pause. So it's hard to say. Tried no pause with Zoltan easy and just died to flash you too because I couldn't get hacking through. I mean, it's obviously... Okay, when you first start no pause, it's very, very, very difficult. But once you get the practice, then you can lower the disparity quite a lot. Obviously, you will always have an advantage with pause. But I mean... After a certain point, it's not that drastic. I'm keeping the repair station just in case. Since it's connected to the base. Let's go, phase 1. That's fine. We will try a pause streak. No. Like, I don't enjoy the min-maxing you have to do with pause to maximize your win rate. So it's just... I don't know. It's just a playstyle that I don't enjoy as much. At what point do you start playing no pause from the start? No, I had like hundreds of hours in the game before I started, but let's say I started playing seriously on no pause. I never tried to achieve anything like I had a 30% win rate with pause before switching to no pause. But I was playing some sort of hybrid before switching. Like I was playing with pause, but using the pause button only when I really needed it. And then after a certain point, I just decided to switch completely, no pause. I think that's the best way to learn. Just play with pause. Like if you're interested on no pause, play with pause, but try to reduce the amount of times you use the pause. Like I usually use the pause button only for dealing with borders and the flagship and stuff like that, because those are the hardest things from, well, switching from pausing and not pausing. No bets on flagship damage, really? Feels bad. Upgrade clone? Why? Repair station is gone, feels bad. Actually, let's try to stop it. Ooh, that was a... I think it was 5 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4... 4 and 3. Okay, it was average. Average on the bad side, but still sort of average. Okay, now we have to deal with borders and stuff. So these two guys cannot be mind controlled. You guys can start here, you can start here. Maybe you start here as well, actually. This. And let's go. Having the pause using keeping. Yes, definitely you need to use hotkeys. Too fucking late. That's also bad timing for the thing. Ah, this wasn't good. I'm very slow with my plays. Yeah, this wasn't great, but it's fine. So the interesting part of this run was that store sector 1. Everything else was kind of a standard. I think it's like slightly more than average, but specifically for stealth seats, I think it's lower than average. 1845.